Hey everyone, Michael Zapersky here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope that you and your family are all healthy and well with everything going on in the world right now. And I want to share with you something that I've been having several conversations with clients about automation and personalization and what really works to generate leads, what really works to create meaningful conversations with ideal clients, what actually works to build business. And specifically regarding building a consulting business or professional services firm where you're providing high valued advisory or implementation and consulting and coaching services to clients. What really works today. And what's interesting is that more and more, we are surrounded by different options when it comes to technology. There's more tools, there's more tech that help to automate. And the idea behind automation is to spend less time doing certain things, right? And have the tools and technology speed that up to accelerate the progress that we could make. Now, that concept, that idea of automation sounds great, right? And just go ahead and hit the comment box there. Let me know that you're joining in. Great to see people here. But yeah, if you can just hit the comment button, let me know where you're tuning in from. That would be great, and I'll continue on here. But I always like to see who's joining these lives. And I just thought I'd hit record and jam here. Not really sure who's going to come on, but why not? Let's just do it. So back to the topic at hand, right? Automation, does it really help you to build your business? And the belief, right? The quest that so many of us have these days is to create more efficiency in our lives and in our business, to spend less time doing the things that maybe we don't enjoy, or just to find areas that are repetitive that we don't have to do manually ourselves. Now, with that being said, hey Ravi, good to see you. So with that being said, right, all these different technologies and tools. Hey Greg, awesome to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hey there, Steven. So we have so many different tools that are all available to us these days. And it's very easy to look at them and go, wow, this can help us to reach more people faster. This can help us to deliver our message in a unique way. This can help me to build my pipeline. All these different promises that are made by different technology. The challenge, the real issue, however, is that being caught up in the quest to automate, in the quest to make things more efficient, what's being lost is the human touch, right? What's being lost is truly what makes a relationship meaningful. And when we're talking about selling or providing consulting services or advisory service or high value services and offerings, it's all about the relationship, right? We're not talking about somebody buying a pair of underwear or a t-shirt or a tie, or an Apple. We're not talking about consumer products or goods that are just easy to buy without really thinking about them. When you're investing into a service, when you're investing into true expertise to help you to solve a problem or to get to where you want to go faster, you need to feel comfortable with that person. You have to feel like the relationship is there. And so when you use all these tools, and how many of you right now that are on right now, just type in the comments, let me know, are you using automation tools as part of your business? It'd be kind of great to see there. Hey, Victor, great to see you. David, wonderful. Okay, so good to see some people join in here. How many of you are using automation tools and technology right now in your business? Just type there in the kind of the comment or chat box. I'd love to see how many of you are using that. But here's the issue, right? I see over and over, and you likely have also received messages where it's very clear that the person sending those messages is using a tool. They're automating. They're not actually spending their own personal time. And I'm going to offer you 3 specific ways to actually get more out of every moment that you have, out of every interaction, how to actually engage with buyers in a more meaningful and effective way. In just a minute, so I'll show you how to do this. But before we talk about those 3 specific ways and 3 specific things that you can do, I think it's really important that you kind of look at this from both sides, right? So I'm not here to say that automation is bad, because we automate many aspects of our business. But when it comes to engaging with people who you want to build a meaningful relationship with, who you want to actually have, see trust and value in what you provide, if you're relying on automation and tools to achieve that, then you likely aren't going to see the kind of results that you want. And even if you do see some results, let's say that you're able to, get some people to raise their hand, the type of people that you're bringing in oftentimes aren't the right kind of people. because they're people who are just kind of, reacting with a quick impulse or a gut reaction. They're not the kind of people that are most likely to really be those that you're going to build a solid long-term relationship with. Right? Think about yourself. If somebody just shoots you a quick message and you can tell that it's not tailored to you in any shape or form, how likely are you to respond to that? I get messages on LinkedIn every single day from people who are just trying to sell their services, to promote what they have, but there's no thought, no background, no research into who I am or what I do or what I might care about. And so what do I do with those? Well, I just delete them or I hit spam or whatever. I'm not interested in those messages because it's overwhelming. That's a waste of my time. Now, when somebody reaches out with a thoughtful message where I can clearly tell that they've spent some time looking into who I am, what I do, what our business is all about, what we're looking to achieve, right? The likelihood of me responding, even if I'm not interested in actually moving forward to a conversation with them, even if I'm not interested in actually engaging and buying from them, I'm going to most likely still respond and thank them for reaching out. Why? Because they're a human and they've put in some work and they've put in some thought. So I respect that and I'll respond to them, and likely others would do the same thing. So, hey, Drew, great to see you on here. And Stephen, okay, so I'm seeing a whole bunch of people that, yes, are using some different automation tools, others not so much. But let me get now to 3 specific areas that I see as big opportunity for people. Actually, Gary Vaynerchuk, right? We were talking about the other day with some of our clients, and Sam, my cousin and co-founder at Consulting Success, was sharing this example of Gary Vaynerchuk, known as Gary V, right? Who said he's kind of like the master, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's the master at creating businesses that don't scale. And if you look at why many of his companies have been able to grow so much, it all began with that one-to-one touch. It all began with, answering questions, jumping into forums and providing value. It's very hard to provide meaningful or true, real value when you are automating, because you can't make your message relevant to that specific person that you're reaching out. You can only make some assumptions, you can only make some guesses, but you're most likely missing out on the real things that they care about. And so that's why tailoring your messages and approaching things in a more personal way will get you a better response, because the person on the other side sees that as being more valuable to them. So now let's talk about 3 specific things that you can do. And again, I'm not saying that automation doesn't work, and I'm not saying don't automate aspects of your business, because I am a big believer in removing inefficiencies, creating higher levels of efficiency and results. But especially when it comes to building a pipeline and doing lead generation, if you're going kind of for what some people call a spray and pray or a hope strategy, just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping that something sticks, you may see some results, but they're most likely not going to be the highest level of results and the best response that you could see if you spent a little bit more time really thinking about the people that you want to create a meaningful relationship with, and then reaching out to them in a more custom or personalized way so that they feel more value and see more value in that interaction. So let's talk about the 3 specific areas here. So number 1 is post engagement. So I'm right now, I'm kind of beaming this both to YouTube and to LinkedIn at the same time. And so that's an automation, that's a tool that we're using to achieve that. But here, when this goes to LinkedIn as an example, and this can be on any social platform, it can be Facebook, it doesn't really matter, but I'll use LinkedIn here. When you put a piece of content on LinkedIn and people engage in that content, let's say that they like that, and for all of you, please hit subscribe on YouTube, hit the like button, please go ahead and do that. But let's just say your post on LinkedIn, you put it up, people will comment, people will like. Now, what most people do with that is absolutely nothing. Most people just look at that and go, oh, that's nice. I got likes, I got comments, and they're happy about if they got some interaction and engagement, and not so happy if they don't. But it kind of stops there. But if you're only doing that, you're missing a huge opportunity, because the opportunity is to actually engage, to reach out, to connect with every single person that's relevant to you that commented or engaged in your post, right? Send them a connection request and start a little conversation, get to know them, thank them for engaging, right? See how you can add value for them. So look at every post, every piece of content that you put up, and when people engage in that content, be sure that you connect with them and that you engage back with them and use that as an opportunity to create a conversation. How many people are doing that right now? Type in the comments, let me know if you're actively engaging with people when they comment or like your posts and content that you put on any social platform. How many people are doing that? Just type in yes if you are, or no if you are not, in the comments. Just be interested to see. Okay, I'll take a look. I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to move on to the second. So the second here is newsletters, Or we could also talk about autoresponders. And so this is when, let's say on your website, you have an opt-in box and somebody can put their email address into that in order to receive something from you. So maybe you're offering them a guide, you're offering them a video, you're offering them a report, whatever it might be. Now, the status quo, the standard for so many people is they just get those emails to come in. They have an automated email that then goes back out to people, and it might send an email every day, every week, every month, whatever. But it's all automated. And that's great. It's better than nothing, right? It's better than not sending any emails at all. But if you're only automating, then you're missing the human element, right? You're missing the ability to actually start building and creating strong bonds and relationships with all those people that have raised their hand and said, yes, I want what you have. So the opportunity for you with a newsletter, and this could be adapted for other kind of applications, but I'm talking about a newsletter here, and this is something that we've been doing and seeing a lot of great success with, is to actually manually reach out to people that opt in. And so some people might say, well, that takes a lot of time. Yes, it takes time, but if you're concerned about results, then and that's important to you, then why not spend a little bit more time to get better results? You see, you can do something that doesn't take you much time for a long time, but it might not get you very good results. Or you could do something that, yes, takes you more time to start, but gets you results much faster. Which would you prefer? And this will depend on what stage your business is at and what your priorities are. But certainly for us, if we know something will get us a better result, and if we don't know, we'll still test it and find out. But once we know that something will get us a better result, we don't mind spending more time or putting the right person in place or creating the right system for that, because it gets a better result. And at the end of the day, we're not so concerned with actions or quote unquote productivity. We're concerned more with impact and true results. It's not just about being busy. It's about getting things done. So back to this second example here with newsletters, we're engaging people manually, and the feedback that we're getting from doing that is tremendous. People really appreciate it. We've had people say that I've never, I've signed up for lots of things and I've never had somebody reach out or kind of bring a personal touch to this. And I didn't think that you would respond to my email even, and you did, and that surprised me, right? That's a great customer experience, or a great experience even for somebody that is not a paying client. And if you want to build a relationship that is based on value with people, then doing something like that can really work. It's worked well for us, and I think it could work well for you as well. All right, so I'm seeing, yeah, Bianca saying, I've been doing it manually and it works. Great job, Bianca, well done. That's fantastic, David. Yes, Mark, no, okay, so that's an opportunity, Mark. Victor, not really, great opportunity there for you. David, well done as well. Okay, so yeah, lots of good comments coming in. Let's now talk about the third, which is email personalization. And this is probably the biggest opportunity in the sense that it's the most common type of interaction. So when I say email personalization, really what I'm referring to is every email that you send out to an ideal client and somebody that you want to build a relationship with. So one option is you could go out and you could just send a templated email that you customize the person's name, maybe their company name, and you send that out to lots of people, hoping that someone will respond. And listen, that works, right? It can work. But it's not going to work as effectively as if you do a little bit more research and you actually show that you've done that research, that you care, that you have something meaningful and relevant to say. And when you do that, then people will respond in much larger numbers than if your message is going out, because people aren't dumb, right? They can tell when a message that you send is going out to many people beyond just who they are. Sometimes marketers think that they're so smart that they can actually identify or do something that will somehow trick the customer or trick the buyer, and they won't know that they're sending it, but they know. I mean, it's very easy to tell when someone has actually put in some time and thought into sending something compared to when someone hasn't. And so I would just share. That's the reason why I want to hit a lot kind of to go live and record on this session here today, is just to share with you that we've seen firsthand. We've talked with so many clients about this, that yes, it takes a little bit more work, but the result is so much better. And I want to share that with all of you, because I think the opportunity is not just to look, to scale or to automate or to grow for the sake of it, even if it's what is popular, even if, there's lots of companies who are talking about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the best or the right thing for you. And so if you want to generate more leads, if you want to have more meaningful conversations, then my suggestion would be look at what you can do to not necessarily to automate right now, but rather what can you do to create more meaningful, deep, and value-based relationships with those that you want to have influence over, or that you want to create relationships with, whether that's a referral source, or an ideal client. So that's what I wanted to share with you here today. 3 specific ways. There's many more, but these are 3 that I want to share that can help you to create more meaningful conversations and relationships with people. So again, not against automation, but I believe that right now there's just people are going overboard on the automation side. I don't know. Would you guys agree? Type in the comment box. Let me know. Do you think that there's just a bit like it's overwhelming the amount of different technology and tools that people are talking about or using, and it's a bit confusing? It's like shiny objects, syndrome, jumping from one thing to the next. Do you agree with that? Love to kind of hear your thoughts all on this. And I'm happy to answer any questions if you all have. I got a couple more minutes here before I have to hop to a call. So if anyone has any specific questions about this topic, happy to stay on for a couple minutes and answer some questions. Or if you have other questions relating to your consulting business, please go ahead, just type in the comments there. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. We continue to release new videos on YouTube, and that way you'll get notified when you do. If you're in LinkedIn, type a comment in or hit like on this video. Hopefully that'll help others to see, and then you and others will be able to get notified when I do other videos like this as well and post other content. So, okay, yeah. So Drew's saying, yeah, hit unsubscribe 3 times. Yeah. So yeah, lots of things, right, that aren't relevant. Definitely, I think that's what you mean, Drew. Victor, I'm glad that you find these to be valuable. Okay. So I can't pronounce your name here. Ezekiel. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tostado. Great to have you on, and you'll have to tell me how to pronounce your name properly. Apologies about that if I got it wrong. But yeah, so you've been seeing a response rate from automated emails. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, Victor saying marketing has overtaken sales in this digital world. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about it in terms of marketing and sales, but what I'm just seeing, Victor, is that people are trying to use automation to thinking that it's going to get them a better result. But what it's really doing is it's getting them in front of potentially more people, but not in a more meaningful way. And so therefore, the results from that we'll see kind of diminished returns or not as positive returns as just really focusing on adding value for buyers. Hope that makes sense. All right, I don't know if anyone else has any questions. Oh, I was, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Good to know I was pronouncing your name correctly there. All right. All right, Ravi, thanks for sharing those stats. Hey, Steven, yeah, you're very welcome. All right, everyone, well, if there's no other questions, I'm gonna kind of hop off the live here. Got to jump on a client call in just a few minutes. But yeah, I'm always enjoying the opportunity to jump live. This is where technology, right, is really beautiful. That here I am, I can be in the office and I can be streaming to live to both LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time, engaging with all of you, hopefully providing some value to you. And that, I think, more than ever, given what's going on in the world right now, we're all part of the same community. And the more that we can support each other, the more that we can add value and ideas, the better. As some people say, like, all ships rise, what is it? All boats rise together or something like that. So I just think it's a big opportunity for all of us to come together and share what we know and how we can add value for others. So hopefully you found that to be the case here today. Take care, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And if there's anything that we can help you with, any questions you have about your consulting business or just anything else going on, feel free to reach out. Got plenty of resources that we can kind of put in front of you or guide you towards. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.